Hi everybody. I know I said like in my last video I was gonna do some videos like pretty quickly. Um, well, that was my cell phone. Um, what it is this is obviously the first video for the 2013 restaurant review list that I'm gonna start here, and you should if you're watching the playlist realize this is like maybe the second video in the list because I put the one where I was talking about me shooting this video and some other stuff very soon. As far as like the movie reviews that I was talking about, I'm still working on those, so I'll have those done up and on my other channel later when I'm done monkeying around with those because I'm still writing them down because I usually anymore I've been writing notes down so I can remember what I was talking about. Well, anyway, enough said about that. I want to start now with my two videos that are definitely going on this channel here, and we'll go from there. Well, anyway, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to talk about a restaurant that Tony and I ate at earlier this month, and, well, it's just taken me 22 days to get around to, actually sitting down and actually making this restaurant review. Just because it's like, you know how it is, stuff happens. You get to doing things and get sidetracked by other things, and then you're too tired, or you're just too busy, or got something always going on. Well, I'm gonna do that now. Well, back on January 4th, Tony and I went over to a restaurant called Teak Thai. People accuse me of having an accent. It's real bad. They can't understand. It's Taiwanese food. The restaurant's over in Mount Adams in Cincinnati, Ohio, after I got off of work at like 8 or 9 o'clock that night. It was one of those on-the-fly decisions, and it was an interesting experience, not to mention a good one. Granted, I am not always a picky eater, but every once in a while I will just completely flake out on Tony and turn picky. Well, I turned mildly picky on Tony that night. Uh, I'll tell you why here. Tony and I went there to Teak Thai, and I ordered a crab and shrimp meal, thinking that, like I'd get up like some cut up crab pieces on the whole. But I didn't realize they were being literal about it. I got a whole couple of crabs. I mean, we're talking the whole thing. You think of a crab, that's exactly what I got. Got two of those fried, and it was, I was like, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna fault the restaurant for that because I didn't realize they were being literal. Um, you know, um, I was just like, okay. I mean, other than that little surprise that I got, with my supper, the food was just off the hook good. The rice was amazing, and I like rice for the most part anyway. So, you know, um, and the shrimp and the rest of my food was good. I had to have Tony eat the two crabs because I was like, honey, I'm not going to eat those. Um, and Tony and I had crab puffs for appetizers, and then Tony ordered himself a singha, and I had some plum wine. Tony said that he loved his meal, and they did it on like they had a spice level in there where one is like extremely mild and 10 is like burn your lips off hot kind of thing. I got a spicy level of 2, and Tony got an 8. Because Tony, he thinks he's hot stuff. Uh, the only real gripe about the restaurant was, there was no real heat in the room that Tony and I were sitting in, but they did have a space heater there. So I didn't complain too much about the temperature because it's like after eating that food, because it came out hot in more ways than one. I mean, it was like hot, spicy, and like hot temperature hot. I was sweating. So I was like, oh my god. I'm like, I am hot. I mean, so it's like the room being cool was okay because I tell you what, if it had been a hot room, I'd have probably passed out because it's just I was like, wow, I mean, I was hot, hot, hot as the Buster Poindexter song goes, feeling hot, hot, hot. I mean, I was sweating, and I was like, I mean, I was sucking down copious amounts of water afterwards. I was like, it was just so hot. But it was good. We had, a great view of, like the Cincinnati River as you're like looking like towards Lunken Airport and like Bellevue and Dayton, Kentucky, and you can see the river from there. And it was like looking towards, like the way we were sitting is I was sitting like this, and you can see out, and to the left, and you could very clearly see, US 52, and like the river, and then Bellevue and Dayton going that way, and to the left, and east. Um, yeah, I mean, it's, I'm not going to put the pictures up here just because, it'd be too involved for me to sit around and find the photos and everything. But, we had a really good time, on February 4th. I mean, it's just, if you go there like now, I would watch out for, the fact that, it's been like colder than, hell out here. And you might want to put on your coat if you go upstairs. But they have two floors. There's one. The first floor is like a bar area, and the second floor is the actual like restaurant part of it. Um, that's where Tony and I ate, was upstairs. But yeah, I mean, we enjoyed it, and we would definitely go back to Teak Thai. Because we want to go when it's like warmer weather, and a lot earlier in the day, like say around, 6-ish or 5-ish, this way we can watch the sunset on the Ohio River, from the restaurant, if, that's where we end up going. But anyway, I do recommend going to Teak Thai, and as I mentioned at the beginning, this is the, first actual restaurant review for 2013. So, I am going to make up some more restaurant reviews as the year passes. So, just, keep an eye out for those. And I have some other videos I want to shoot here. Alright? So hang on.